But when the going gets tough or they're under the cosh, that's it. They're out of it. They haven't got it. They haven't got that team spirit that you need. And we talk about having all the talent in the world. And this Man United team is well short in talent anyway. You know, we've been saying for the last few months, well, they're not as talented as they think. So then not to have the rest of it to try and back it up with a fighting spirit, energy. We saw the midfield tonight. I thought Rashford's performance up front. Jesse Lingard comes on. Jesse Lingard's coming on to try and save Man United. Jesse Lingard should have left Man United 2 years ago. He's not good enough for Man United. Rashford played like a child up front. OK, he wasn't great in service, but the 1 or 2 bits he got in the first half where you think you're in on goal, a poor touch. Defensively, we're trying to help Maguire out here. Well, we were trying to do it before the match, give him a little bit of PR. The last goal, Maguire's passing and his defending. It's not acceptable, not good enough for Man United. So we're going to have to use that word again tonight. Talk about a rebuilding job. Man United have to get players in, first of all, who are hopefully decent lads, good quality pros, talented, to try and compete. Man United know what, 5th or 6th in the league? Man United, 5th or 6th in the league? Unbelievable.
Yeah, they were 5th and went down to 6th on goal difference following that defeat. I mean, Roy's talking about rebuilding, but changing the club from top to bottom, and there have been more protests against the Glazers before the Norwich game at the weekend. Do you think that's what we're seeing on the pitch is a reflection of what's happening at the top of the club?
It's a reflection of the last 10 years. I come back to the most important thing you have to get right at a football club is recruitment, and Man United have been poor. And the direct comparison is with Liverpool have been the best at recruitment, and Man United have been the worst. And you've seen there was a difference in quality and type of player they've got. Liverpool look like a team filled with characters, and it's very easy when you're winning to say we've got strong characters and we're all winners. And then when you're not winning, you know, that really is the only time you find out what you've got. Well, right now, Man United, I mean, for Man United to get back to winning the Premier League and challenge again in the Champions League, how many of that group are you going to keep? How many, I hear, I read the newspapers and you see people quoted, I've not enjoyed the last 2 years at Man United. But you've been part of the problem. It's like no one holds a mirror up and goes, is it me? Am I part of the problem? Like you were the question to Roy a couple of minutes ago. He said it's not good enough. Oh, come on, Maguire, it's not good enough. You are part of the reason it's not good enough. You change it. The managers come and go. These boys get the sack for fun. And they stay there. Or if a team gets relegated, they think, I'm not staying, I'm playing in the Championship. You've taken the team down there. Right now, that group have taken Man United to where they are. And for Man United, I'm obviously, my allegiance is to Liverpool, but I can say this with all honesty. Man United are a magnificent, one of the greatest football clubs in the world, with what they've achieved, the disasters have gone through. They don't deserve, no one deserves to, but they should not be struggling with a group of players like that at Man United. It's just not acceptable.
What Man United have always had, and in my experience at the club, brilliant characters, brilliant men, people you want to work with, people you want to be in the trenches with. Brian Robson, Bruce, Pallister, Ince, Beckham, Giggsy, but all these lads, brilliant lads. We didn't win every week. But what you would have is you'd look around before a game and go, are we going to give everything we have for this club? And you, obviously, yeah, and they were going, that's what we expect. And hopefully our talent will get us over the line and we might win the odd game.
You look at
but this team's not even likeable. There's no soul with this team. You don't even warm to them. And even the words afterwards, I know it's difficult for players to do interviews, but it's very robotic. There's no emotion. They talk about the badge and the pride of Man United. And the word I'm going to start using at Man United, I'd love to know what's going on at the training ground. What's the culture with the players? What's the culture with the young players? Who's helping these lads along? So I've never heard so many, Graham makes the point, so many players wanting to leave Man United, wanting to leave. Whereas before, when I played for people like, not wanting to leave Man United, not the greatest club in the world. You'd be dreading thinking you might be sold or you might leave. But no, it's like everybody wants to get out the door. They can't get out quick enough. At Manchester United, it should be...
Do you think it's players coming to the end of their contracts as well, or perhaps players who might be on the move in the summer, getting to this stage of the season and thinking...
They've already left the building. Man United, there's 6 or 7. You look at the Everton game a couple of weeks ago, they've already left the building. they're gone. You can tell. Particularly lads whose contracts are up and clearly it looks like they're not going to stay. They've already left. You can tell with their performances. See it at Everton. Even the manager, the staff, they're on the holidays. They've switched off. And then we come here tonight going, Man United come to Anfield. What do you think's going to happen? They don't turn up. They lose 4-0. And they're shaking hands and they're going down the tunnel and they're doing the interviews afterwards. Sound bites for players. 4-0. You're ashamed of your life. You should be hiding.